A very good afternoon to all of you. See, I have kept afternoon periods 45 minutes these last two periods. So you are 16 number. So I do not keep waiting room. I disable the waiting room. It is done in order to save the time. Still, I see more than 10 minutes you are taking to enter the studio. Try to be on time. In between, supply goes, net goes, these kind of problems are there. So after all, we are getting 20-25 minutes a day. So please switch on the videos. Malavika, I thought in Alur there is no internet connectivity. Alur, there is high broadband is working there. 4G is working, 5G is going to come. Okay. Sharath, you are in good attire, very good. A good, there is a chance for a film star, isn't it? Heroic look is there. Okay, very good. With your specs. So in the last class, we were reading from page number 19. There we have seen, I know nothing except bangles. You can put that sentence in a circle. And what will you say from that sentence, Malavika? After reading, when we read a line from a literature, we will have a reflection about our life. If you are reading this sentence, I know nothing except bangles. What do you think? What kind of memory came to your mind? Do you get any reflection? Yes or no?
No.
No reflection. Sania, did you get any reflection? I know nothing except bangles. Could you recollect anything? Anyone? Anybody who has got a reflection, a personal reflection, please tell me. Then I will explain my reflection. Ashish, did you get any reflection? Nobody. Rijas, any reflection did you get? You will say nothing. Eh? You are going to say nothing. No reflection. Atul, you might have got some reflection.
So if you spend so much time doing something, you'll become perfect at it.
No, no. This is, you make a parody from your life. I know nothing except bangles. Alvin, make a parody. Anybody else? Grishma? Naureen? Aryan? Aryan, where is Aryan? Can you make a parody? That means you are not 12th students. I know nothing except my English book. Sir, I know nothing except my English. I know nothing except my plus two syllabus. Other than I don't know anything. You have not think of like that. That is why you are getting lesser marks. You are not worried about your subject. Aishwarya, am I right? You see here, these people see, you see what are you studying now? Literature. A literature becomes a literature when it is related to the life of the reader. This you have to understand. whether it is a novel, whether it is a story, whether it is a poem, it becomes a poem, it becomes a novel, it becomes a short story when that creative work is related to your personal life. Otherwise, that is a total failure. This is what is called literature. Satyan, do you understand? If you when you read this lesson, any one of the part of this lesson, or if you cannot make yourself as a character of this story, if you cannot make, this lesson has no meaning in your life. It is not a literature for you. Sana, do you follow me? Yes. Okay. So here, when I read this, I thought about my studies. Annette, when I read this line, I remembered my life. Last year, I did not get enough marks. My result was a total loss. My result was a total loss. I expected 93. My mother expected 95. I got 75. You see, my life was a total loss. If you are aware about this total loss, when you read this sentence, you will remember it. Sharath, do you understand my point? You see, I know nothing except bangles. In his sleep, in his sitting, in his talks, from morning till evening, Anna, he sees bangles. So he cannot forget bangles. He cannot forget bangles. In this way, you are living in your room. Am I right? All of you have a room, isn't it? Either study room or bedroom, something separate you have, isn't it? Am I right? Elvina, do you have a study room?
Yes, sir.
That is your room. My room, isn't it? Your room.
Sir.
So, in your room, you on your table, you can see your books all the time. When you walk, when you sit, when you are going to bed, you are looking at your books. When these people look at the bangles from morning till evening, they say, I know nothing other than bangles. If it is in your life, Nandana, what you should say? Josie sir, I know nothing about this world, sir, except my plus two textbook. Clear? This is the way you have to relate the lesson to your life. In this way, we change our attitudes. In this way, we change our attitude towards our studies. Lydia, am I right? Sir, I see every day the book, but I did not get a time to open it. This is for your personal reflection, I tell you. Okay, so these are not for examinations, but I tell you for your life. I know nothing except bangles. All I have done is make a house for the family to live in. A house is equal to a hut. Hut. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. He has a roof over his head. You see, hearing this man, one wonders. He, what did he say? In my lifetime, all I have earned, I have done is a house. There are many people who live in this world, but they are failed to build a house. They have money, but they could not build a house. Homeless people, homeless people. You see here, hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in the lifetime. Underline. Question can come from there. Many have failed in their lifetime. What did many have failed to attain? Anthony, above your head, Himalaya is going up. Make the Himalaya into a short hill. Don't make it mountain. Understood, isn't it? Okay. We want small hills. That means people are failed to build up a house. But here the man in his lifetime, he built a house for his family. But that house was a hut. He has a roof. He has a house over his head. The cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles, not even enough to eat, rings in every home. Very good. A literary line is there. The cry of not having money to have one time meal rings from every home, rings in every home. You can rewrite on the top. You can rewrite there on the top with a pencil. You see, the cry of not having money to have a full meal, the cry of, my dear Alvin, I ask you not to play with the pencil. I ask you to write with the pencil. Are you going for a coloripite? Then, so the cry of not having money to have a full meal rings in every home. There are hutments, there are small houses. Within the house, there are number of people living inside. And these people do not have proper food. So cry for food is heard from those houses. The young men echo the element of their elders. The young men echo the lament, not element, lament. Lament means cry. The young men echo the lament of their elders. Echo here means hear, hear. Little has moved with the time, it seems, in Firozabad. Little has moved with time. What does it mean? Little has, Grishma, little has moved with the time. What does it mean?
Little has changed.
Eh?
Little has changed.
It is changed. Aishwarya, what does it mean?
Only very little difference in the standard of living of
Only there
theirs.
had a little difference. Hanna, what does it mean?
changes with the time.
You see, in English, I have already told you there is a usage. There is a usage. There is a usage. Oh, that means I will come to that point. Let me open the board. Some grammar I want to open here. I have already taught you last year, but you don't. If you have learned grammar and when you read the note, you have to recollect that one. You have to recollect. You see, little. You see, little has moved with time. You see, this is the time. This is the thing. Here I am asking about the grammar posture of little. If you have studied grammar, when I say little, or when you hear the word little, you will remember three words. Which are they? Little, a little, the little. When you see this one, you will remember another three words. Few, a few, the few. Do you remember? Have you seen these kind of things? These are certain sets. Sets. What is the difference? For you, there is no difference. Little. That means, sir, little bit. A little, sir, very, very little. The little, sir, very, very, very little. For you, the meaning is same. But in English, it is wrong. Little means nothing, negative. If you say little, give me little water, you will not get water. If you say, give me little water, nobody will give you water. You have to ask, I want a little. I want a little. A little means some. So here come few. There are few students, there are no students. That means no countable students are very, very, practically nothing. A few, some are there. The few, those told few people. So here our question is little. So I told nothing. So little has moved with the time. What does it mean, Aishwarya?
No changes occurred
No
with the time.
change was with those people. Clear now? Where is your answer? Where is your answer? So when the time moved, there were a lot of changes in Delhi. There were a lot of changes. The world has changed, but there was little change in Simapuri. There was little change in the streets of Firozabad. Do you understand the point? You see, your answer is totally opposite. This is the play of grammar. That is why we say learn grammar. First learn grammar, then go for literature. Okay. So you see, little has moved with the time, it seems, in Firozabad. Years of mind numbing toil, years of mind numbing toil, merciless work, no consideration for their work. Mind-numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. From early childhood till death, they were living with the bangles making. And they have no other dream. As I told you, Sania has only one dream. In the early morning, when she gets up, she looks at the book. Always she sees the book. Am I right, Sania? Am I right? Answer is negative. That is why she is not. Eh? Hello? Okay. If it is not there, let it be so from today onwards. So here, people are always with the bankers and they don't have any other thought in their mind. And their mind became numb. Their mind became senseless. Their mind becomes senseless means their mind become dreamless. Their mind become emotionless. Anila, do you follow me?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? So I told all these things. Mind numbing, no emotion, no sensation, nothing is there. Nothing. Purely a mechanical life. Purely a mechanical life. You see, years of mind numbing toil have killed all their creative mind. Then it will be clear. This kind of bangle making made their mind purely senseless. Why not organize yourself into a cooperative? I ask a group of young men who have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen, underlined, the vicious circle of middlemen, a permanent question from this lesson. A permanent question from this lesson. And very often students commit mistake also, confused also. Please note it. Write that you can write important Q, important question, IMPQ, important question. You see, seeing all these situation, seeing all this scenario of Firozabad, the author called some young people and asked them, made a suggestion, raised a question. What is that? Why don't you organize? I rewrite it. Why don't you organize yourselves into a cooperative society? Cooperative means a cooperative group, collective group. Why can't you come together and make a group? And these young men by that time had already fallen into where? Into the vicious circle of middlemen. Middlemen means mediators, brokers. Middlemen here meaning is common meaning brokers, mediators. There are many nowadays. If you read the newspaper, you will be seeing a gold scam, such and such a scam. So there were many mediators in between. When we read in the newspaper, we will see drug addiction cases, and there are many mediators to supply these drugs. Have you noticed it? People bring from Hyderabad, bring from Chennai, bring from Coimbatore, and hands over to somebody, and that person becomes a mediator. From there, it goes to somewhere else. Mediators. Here the author says the youth, the young men of Firozabad were fallen into a vicious circle of mediators, vicious circle, malicious, vicious. One meaning you can say malicious. You see, malicious, malicious, evil minded, evil minded. Situational meaning you have to use it. Cheats, one who cheats, one who cheats. For the economic students, one who, can you say, one who exploits, exploitation. Have you studied? One who exploits. All these have this meaning. So vicious circle, you see, vicious circle, vicious circle of middlemen, mediators, brokers are unhealthy. A decent word, unhealthy. Unhealthy people. Another word, troubleshooters. Your word, your modern word, troubleshooters. These are not the word meaning. These are situational meaning where you can use in various situations. Vicious circles. Vicious circle, a group of brokers, group of middlemen who make these young men into a trap. Into a trap. So these young men who have fallen into vicious circle of middlemen. You see, coming word is coming, who trapped their fathers and forefathers, who trapped their illiterate fathers, illiterate forefathers, illiterate grandparents, grandparents. This you made make a curly bracket there, curly bracket, underline there, trapped their fathers and forefathers. Then you make an arrow to right side and write there, refer lesson indigo. But the lesson is going to come, but we will see the meaning there in that lesson. I will explain that to be trapped, to be trapped, how they are trapped. So when I begin the lesson indigo, you have to remind me. Who will remind? All will forget, I know. All will forget, I know. Can you make any easy way to remember this question to me? Can anyone say? How can you make an easy way to remember this question when I teach indigo? How can you? I will tell you. Take the lesson indigo now itself. At the beginning, you write, refer page number 19. Clear? At that time, you will remember, you will ask me. Then I will explain this one. So I am not going to explain this one. How these fathers and forefathers are trapped. Trapped. Clear now? Okay. For simple clue, I will give you. Your grandparent has taken 3 lakhs rupees from somebody and he surrendered the documents of your land to him. He surrendered. Then you are under the trap of that man. And what happens? Interest will be increasing and increasing, and you will never be able to take back that paper document from him. You are in a trap. Your forefather was trapped. So you will see this in the lesson there, Intigo. Okay. So, and in this way, we learn things easily. So next you have, I think,